It's a free will day. Well, we love that. Welcome to another week at Hotel Universe. And we start with a Monday. It's the 25th of November and it's Moon in Libra. No stress. Moon is pretty happy in Libra. But for the most part, it's a waning moon. The waxing is the potent moon. The waning moon is a relaxed moon for the most part. So free will day, no real intervention from the firmament, the ethereal realm per se, but we have to focus on the Chinese animals that can get a lot done and the star signs. Obviously we're now in Saggy season, so Saggies, you're really in play, and also Aries and Leo, and even probably Cancerian and Taurus, you're all in play, along with, in Chinese astrology, the pig, the goat, the hare, the rooster, and the secret soulmate of the pig, the tiger. So any of the combinations of those 5 star signs and those 5 Chinese years, you're really in play, got a lot of luck on your side, you can get more done than the rest of us on this particular day. But it's like just easing your way into the week type day. No real stress, no interference. That all changes tomorrow. Tuesday, 26th of November. A lot going on today. A lot. First things first, at the beginning of the retrograde, the next kind of 7 days, make a note of all things communication, travel, contracts, finalizing details. Every aspect, every retrograde cycle, every cycle per se is at its most potent at the beginning and the end of its particular cycle. Mercury's retrograde cycle is about roughly 3 weeks. I'll let you know when it's coming to its end, when it's potent again. And then we also have the Sun trine, the north nodes of the moon. The north nodes are the south and the north node, south node where you came from, your previous incarnation, north node where you're going. So whenever the sun is trine, sun, essence of you, very positive, trine. So essence of you, sun, the trine, very positive, north node, destiny. So the essence of you, positively aspected in relation to your destiny. Make a note of anything that happens today that has a destiny feel to it, whether it's related to family, to relationships, to friendships, to the work environment, to whichever area it might be. If it has a kind of destiny feel to it, make a note. It's a real deal. It is the real deal. Sometimes it can be sort of more fantasy or like desire. No, anything that has a destiny-esque feel to it today in any aspect of your life, relevant. Now, on top of that, we have a beautiful, I think it's Jupiter sextile Venus, or Venus sextile Jupiter. Basically, Venus and Jupiter well aspected, incredibly lucky. So it is fiscally fortunate and romantically, or love in relationship fortunate, when Venus and Jupiter get together and it's positively aspected, which it is with the sextile, which is 60 degrees. So, okay, I'm going to have to turn that phone off, and I will here on in. And so fundamentally, there are so many wonderful aspects to this day, so much positive energy. The only area you have to be aware of are signing contracts and kind of travel. But that should be, the travel aspect should be kind of counterbalanced by the positive aspect of, actually it's Jupiter quincunx Venus, that's what it is, not sextile. But you know I love a quincunx, big style. So all in all, a kind of fantastic day, but with the sort of caveat of Mercury hitting retrograde and being very potently retrograde. So just be careful on that travel, communication, signing of contracts front. But for the most part, it's a cool day. Right, turning that off now. All in all good. About to go and spank the other phone for misbehaving. Wednesday, 27th of November, Sun trine Mars. Sun trine Mars doesn't come around often enough for me. It's super cool. It's the essence of you, Sun, trine, the most positive aspect that exists really. You see, Mars can be regarded or perceived as negative and malefic and aggressive and everything else, and it can be. Just make no bones about it. But when Mars is utilized favorably, positively, it's magical. And when it's trine you, the essence of you, It just means that anything that you try to, in any area of life that you're trying to make progress, and whether it's an audition, an interview, an appointment, whatever it is, it has a real energized feel to it, a progressive energized feel to it. So it's a great day to initiate anything, to make progress in any area of life. It's Sun, essence of you, positively aspected with a shitload of energy. That's what this day is. Nothing else to intervene on that front. That's what this day is. The Sun trine Venus, Sun trine Mars owns this aspect, owns this day. It's all about you and positive energy in any area of life. Progress will, can, and should be made today by the universe. Today we have Venus square Chiron. Chiron I regard as a extremely positive influence. Chiron is like an asteroid, small mini planet type, not an asteroid, that's ridiculous. He's like a mini planet, and but he's very powerful. He connects the inner planets and the outer planets, sits right in the middle. It's like a bridge. If you imagine two, like this little planet, inner planets, outer planets, and two little suspension bridges, if you like, either side, connecting those two incredible universes, inner and outer firmament, if you like. And for the good of everyone, it's a very, very positive influence across all areas of life. Chiron, positive, known as the wounded healer. A nonsense. Just some concept that came up when he was discovered back in the day, and they're like, oh yes, it's Chiron, and they go back to the kind of the history of Chiron and everything else. But you know, it's too negative, too depressing, and it must depress the hell out of Chiron, because far from being the wounded healer, he's an optimistic networker, if you like, is what Chiron is. So when he's square, all his good work is kind of undone. And in which area of life is it undone? Well, Venus. So romantically and fiscally. So when Chiron, the networker, the geezer that makes things happen across all the areas of life, is blocked with a square or compromised with a square aspect, and it's connected to Venus, which is both money and romance, be acutely aware today that you should tread warily in all areas of finance and romance, and don't clarify anything or confirm anything or commit to anything on a day when Venus is square, particularly somebody who's ordinarily very positive, which is Chiron. It's a kind of tread warily and have awareness of the energy of the day at the forefront of your thinking, where money and relationships are concerned. Friday 29th November. This is, what do we got here? Mercury semi-sextile, Venus. So this is really, really cool. Sextiles, semi-sextiles, these are very positive aspects, and it's Mercury, so it's communication related to love and money, particularly love, I feel, here, because we don't get enough days when we're able to communicate in, you know, really fluidly and positively and optimistically and progressively and romantically and sexually in terms of relationships. But when Mercury and Venus get it on, if you like, they're kind of setting the scene for the rest of us to get it on in whichever area of relationships you decree. It's that kind of day. It's also a Friday, so I think you can chuck in a little bit of gin, vodka, or champagne, whatever your delectation, into the sort of environment of discussion, as it were. So, you know, those wonderful days when you just communicate so effortlessly with somebody, and you just think, oh my gosh, I really want this to go beyond the conversation. I want this to go beyond the spoken word. I want us to awaken with clothes strewn asunder. Yeah, this Friday, as my tummy rumbles itself into torpor, is that it's a kind of Friday full of potential and potential action across the board. Has a kind of, yeah, happy rock and roll Friday feel to it, particularly in those sort of one-on-one relationship environments. It could be existing relationships or something freaking brand new and wild. That kind of wild, spontaneous, incredible connection that we sometimes experience. Oh my God, to your best friend. You will never guess what happened. And she'll be like, I know what happened. Mercury, semi-sextile Venus. That's what happened. Saturday, 30th, free will day, which is beautiful. Moon in Sagittarius, but it's the day before a very special day. So it's a really kind of calm moon. In fact, the moon loves being in Sagittarius. It lightens the load for me. So it's kind of cool energy, good energy, easy energy. The kind of weekend where if you're a do-it-yourself enthusiast and you're a Sagittarian, Aries, Leo, Taurus or Libra, and born in the year of the pig, the goat, the hare, the pig, the goat, the hare, the rooster or the tiger, any one of those combinations, boy, can you get a lot done. It's a sort of day when you can build a garage in a day. You can just make enormous progress. If you plan to do something of a weekend, I'd say 9 times out of 10, especially in the unreliable weather sort of influenced United Kingdom, not so bad if you're living in Arizona or somewhere where sun is guaranteed. But if you've made plans this weekend, this Saturday, the ethereal realm really isn't getting in the way. Having said this, it'll probably be stone cold and raining. But anyway, the energy itself is good. The moon's a Sagittarius. It's kind of an easy, really easygoing day. And if you have planned things, they should go according to plan. But then we live on terra firma, and on terra firma, just about every minute of every day, life doesn't go quite according to plan. But this day has the potential to go according to plan. It's Sunday, the 1st of December, midst of Saggy season, and what are we blessed with but a Sagittarian new moon? Yes, a Sagittarian new moon. Calling all Saggies, manifestation day. You have one day, Saggies, whole year, one day when you are required to, encouraged to manifest your ass off, if you like. Manifest your little soul until it's content. And I will always send in or fire in the missile of karma. So it's an absolute caveat. You cannot waste your energy manifesting if you're one of life's miserable, doleful, kind of negative characters who sees nothing but negativity every single day, who does wrong by society. I'm just speaking on behalf of karma. This is not me speaking. This is how karma watches every single move of every single person on terra firma, right? So if there's a Sagittarian there who's an absolute saint and is thinking, I've got nothing out of this year, if you, saintly Saggy, manifest today, something magical really should occur or happen between now and the full moon at the end of this little cycle. There is a karmic lesson whenever there is a new moon, per se, and this new moon is great for everyone. It's new beginnings, so every one of us, not just Saggies, you can manifest too, but for the most part, you can just, it's a great day to initiate things, to sign contracts, to start, to commence. I'm going to learn the guitar, start on a new moon. I'm going to propose, new moon. I'm going to book a holiday to wherever it might be. New, great for new beginnings, great to initiate something or a project for everyone. It's never been more important for everyone to understand that manifestation is actually more potent now that Pluto has moved into Aquarius, but it means that actually doing right by your fellow man, woman, soul is as relevant now as it's been since probably the late 18th century when Pluto was last in Aquarius. around the time of the French and American revolutions. Do right by your fellow man, woman, soul, is the overriding message.